Hello, hello. Welcome, everybody. Are we ready to get our makeup going on for Zoom? Yeah, okay. We've all been, let me invite some people in. We've all been Zooming along for the past, what year is it almost?
Oh my
And
God.
isn't that crazy? So we have to
Yes.
look good for Zoom because we have this much, real estate to look good in and make our best effort. I'm excited because I have Melanie Mills on here tonight. She's a frequent collaborator of mine. We collaborate all the time. I'm actually the host of her Ask a Pro on her personal Facebook group, Melanie Mills Hollywood Beauty Secrets. So if you are not a member of that group, please join. She has great offers, great tips, and you get to see me every Friday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 Eastern, asking a pro all of their beauty secrets, and they get
And
to
it's not just me either. It's like I come in often, but there's other pros. Like this Friday, we have Kiani, who's from Georgia, beautiful Black girl, demoing how to do the perfect cat eye. And I'm sure she'll throw in some other complexion tips and stuff. So it's fun. It's a lot of different experts and stuff.
Now, it is fun. And actually, if you missed our last episode, you can catch it on YouTube at Ladies Take the Lead Media on my YouTube channel. We put it there. So there's all these ways of watching Melanie Mills Hollywood, me, all over the place. But let's get started with tonight because we want to know how to look good and get camera ready on Zoom. So Melanie, please take it away. I'm excited to have you here.
I'm so excited. Thank you for having me. Yeah, no, makeup for Zoom. I mean, let's face it, you still are making an impression, whether it's on a Zoom video or, if you're literally meeting somebody for the first time, like, out to lunch or in a board meeting or at an office or a friend or whatever. So the good news about Zoom is that it's very forgiving. So it's not like we're dealing with like HD, which is good because we don't want to see all of that, through a Zoom. We don't need to be like HD as if we're watching a sporting event. So you really don't need to do the full deal that you would normally do if you were to go out. But where I would say to go a little bit more bold or a little bit more big is just like in definition and in color. Like if you're just the super natural girl, then just throw on, at least a good base, just to even out your skin tone. I also like to put a little of gleam on my hands even because I just don't like my hands personally, and I'm always talking with my hands. So I've noticed like later in some recordings and stuff. So I'm just like taking this product and then I'll bring it up on my hand. So it's like a peach tinted makeup moisturizer and glow. And then, I mean, just look at how that just gave it, some health and some life. So that's like gleam is one really, really easy thing to do. So I'm going to just quickly also show you guys, this has been like my COVID bag of makeup. So I have a foundation or two, usually a couple different shades. That's just, because I like to mix and stuff. And then I have a couple concealers. One's a Yves Saint Laurent, one's a Tarte. This was a Dior. This is a Pat McGrath. Now I am a makeup artist, so I do have the opportunity to flip around with a bunch of foundations that I just even have on hand. But these are my usual staples, to be very, very honest. And then I have like a fun thing from Milani Cosmetics. Milani Cosmetics is really actually pretty great quality. I love Revlon Fit Me as well. The L'Oreal is also really nice. So these are really affordable foundations, BB creams, tinted moisturizers, things like that you can get that will easily just spruce you up and look, Zoom ready. But this is fun. It's called, I don't have my glasses on yet, or I took them off because I thought I was going to just go at it. But Starlight, it's just a shimmer, and this is just great to pop on the lids, just to give like a little something or other if you feel into it or a quick. I've got my mascara. I've got another concealer, actually. Obviously, I like concealer. And the reason why I like concealer a lot too is because concealer is really strong. So the reason why you don't need much concealer is because it's a more concentrated formula than a foundation. So it's really great with Gleam. This is my product and I do love it and I do use it every single day. But honestly, a little of this and a little concealer and like you're kind of good to go, really. And I'll show you how in a minute. And then I have a pair of tweezers in there. I love this blush from Too Faced. It smells like peaches one. And it's just a really pretty peach with like a light bronzer and a very light shimmer. And then I do have like a matte bronzer on hand because you can still get away with some good sculpting for Zoom. So why not, right? We're like sitting here looking at our face, you know, so it's like, let's give it a little contour easily though. I don't want to like spend a major amount of time before a Zoom meeting. There's really no need, like as if you're going out. I have a Tartelette eyeshadow palette, which is like in neutrals of browns and rusts and bronzes and shimmers and champagnes and a peach. I have Gleam, of course, more Gleam. And then I have from Melanie another like blusher highlighter. And that's literally what's kind of been in my personal makeup kit. Usually it's like twice the size because I travel a lot and I'm going in person and I'm a makeup artist and I'm teaching. And so of course I go a little bigger and more detailed when I'm doing that kind of stuff. Any questions, guys? Please go ahead and ask tons of questions. Anything you want to know. Not anything, but almost.
Almost anything. Yeah, no, anyone wants to ask a question, please go for it. That's what we're here for. She's got so much knowledge in makeup and she does all the celebrities. She was the head makeup artist for Dancing with the Stars. That's actually where Gleam came from, that idea. So I love that story. And if you listen to my podcast, Melanie is actually episode 1 of my podcast. So she tells that story and it's a really great story.
It was fun. It was really fun. I just put on a really healthy amount of sea algae cream from Senna Cosmetics. This is a really yummy hydrating cream. And just look what that even did. Okay. Honestly, I had nothing on before. So just a nice coat of hydration, you know, at least go that far. And then, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, when I'm doing myself, I work fast. This is a sponge. It's wet. It's ready to go. I also have makeup brushes on hand. When I do myself, I don't use too many brushes. I think, you know, if you have about 10 brushes on hand, you're good to go, but you'll see me go through those too. So this is the Peach Deluxe and I want to move fast before a Zoom meeting. And so I just put this on just like a moisturizer. So this shade, I have 6 shades, guys. And so this shade is such a yummy, it's like it's a makeup moisturizer and glow. So the main ingredient is a luxurious, lovely, wonderful moisturizer. Then there's this pigment in it. And this particular shade, which is called Peach Deluxe, is peachy. So for me, it gave me color. And it is giving me glow. And it's evening me out. So when you do yourself and you want to do yourself quickly, just do everything I did. Really kind of work it in. Obviously, you want to have clean, washed hands. And you just really want to get into all, I use a sponge, use a brush, but when I'm working fast, I just get right in here with my hands. And then I'm usually by a sink or I have baby wipes in this case. And you want it, like my hair is up, which, oh my God, on Friday, I'm finally getting like, not just roots, like the full blown, I can't wait. I'm dyeing my hair. But anyway, so, my hair is up. So meaning you want to like push in to your hairline. You want to definitely hit your ears, the back of your ears, your neck. And then if your chest is showing, you want to, get down to your chest. So this is how you can now get away with just a little bit of concealer. So I'm going to take this lighter shade, considerably lighter for my skin tone. Tarte, by the way, is so concentrated. This is one of like the more heavier duty ones. And you just want to, I'm just going to touch like right there. I'm going to give a light little touch there. And then, just kind of a couple dots. And then this is Yves Saint Laurent This is All Hours concealer. I love this concealer. It's on the pricier side, but it's worth it. It's just delicious, creamy, full of, I'm like, I think I'm turning 48 in a couple weeks, or 47. If we'll go with 47. And so, but I'm getting crepey and I'm getting all that wonderful stuff, that we start to get. And so we want more glow, more hydration, okay? Especially when you're in front of camera or a Zoom. And can I mention, guys, Alina, before I go, let me just do a swoop of the room.
Oh yeah.
I'm like crazy lit right now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 7 lights, but that's because this is a makeup studio. But I highly recommend getting a ring light. I'm sure if you guys are Zooming all the time, you've maybe gotten one. But yeah. I mean, they make the world of difference being lit, and the ring light is wonderful. So make sure I turn the camera around at some point, Alina, to show everybody.
I will. And actually, we do have a few questions. So you want to field some questions right now for me?
Yeah.
All right, let's do
just
it.
Really, really quickly, what I'm doing, because that way I can just like rub it in while you're asking. I'm taking, this shade is more like my skin tone. And so I had a little zitty poo or something up here. So I'm hitting that. And I'm going to go kind of around, and I'm just kind of barely I do have hyperpigmentation everywhere. So I'm giving myself a little extra of this one, and that's about it though. And then go for it. Yeah.
All right.
Me.
So Erin's asking what items are worth splurging on versus items that are fine buying drugstore brands. Oh, that's a good question.
That's a great question. Honestly, I think mascara is something that is completely awesome at the drugstore. Too Faced Better Than Sex is actually a really good mascara, but that's middle grade. It's not like luxury brand. If you want to go luxury, I'd go with like Lancome, because they're known for their mascaras. But honestly, like today I have, or what I've had the last couple of months, this is Melanie, highly rated. It's been fine. I haven't had runoff from it, which drives me nuts with some mascaras. And another favorite of mine is the L'Oreal Voluminous in Carbon Black. They also have a waterproof one, which is awesome. Yeah. And then let's see what else is worth to get there. It's like, lip glosses, especially when you find one that feels good. There's no need to spend, $50 on one. I'm going to say I'm totally guilty of it. But again, it's for my profession too. So I always find excuses, but it's a little ridiculous. Tom Ford, his lipsticks are like $58. I mean, the packaging is gorgeous. It feels fun, but his nudes go bad real quick. Nudes go bad the quickest out of all the lipsticks because of just the type of pigment that's in there to create nudes. FYI. Richer lip glosses, more pigmented lip glosses or lipsticks last longer. But but still it's kind of fun getting all that stuff. Honestly, what else is worth it? I mean, there's a couple things like Charlotte Tilbury's Magic Powder. I do like her airbrush powders. I mean, there's nothing like a luxurious foundation. Tom Ford. I love the Armani foundations. They're stunning. Dior. NARS. Those are all like really reliable, rich and creamy, delicious formulas. But, if you are on a budget, I'm going to tell you honestly, like I said, the Fit Me and the L'Oreal and all of that is going to be totally awesome and fine too. Skincare, I'd splurge a little on, to be honest. Serum. I'm a big SkinCeuticals fan. I use it daily. I do like the Senna Cosmetics. It's kind of a middle line price range. And I know her, she formulates them herself and she's awesome. So that's a good one too, like her line. I also love, it's called Glyceline. It's another girlfriend of mine that they sit there and she's making that one with her husband in a lab. And it's a middle price range, but man, it's gorgeous. And they really literally hand make it, but it's not going to be like so natural that it goes bad on you like in 4 weeks. I don't know. What else? Eyeshadows. I mean, sometimes it's worth it, but then again, I think eyeshadows are better as you get a little more expensive. I do. Although NYX has some good formulas and they're on the cheaper side. It's just kind of knowing, there's the goods and the bads, in every line.
Absolutely. I like actually the creamy eyeshadows. They feel really nice.
And
And
those
Tarte
are
has,
easy.
yeah, and Tarte has good stuff too. And Better Than Sex mascara. Love, love, love. I'm wearing it now. And then Lancome, of course. Love that too because they extend those lashes. All right. Tisha has a
Now,
question.
also, that really
Yeah.
seemed like I was like literally rubbing that in for 5 minutes. I usually, I mean, it's because I was talking and stuff. It's like that takes me just as fast as you would put on your moisturizer, really, you know. And the biggest tip I can give you is just really make sure you get it in. And then it is great to have a little sponge to just kind of like tap along any excess, and it feels kind of good too. And then if you feel like you need like a touch more, like I can still see this little guy on the top of my head, taking a little concealer and like tapping it out. Any other
Yeah.
questions there?
We've got Tisha. She has two questions. I never use bronzers. I have a Too Faced blush that has pinks and browns that I use. But do you recommend a bronzer as well? And also, any suggestions for necklines and stuff? LOL. Yeah, necklines. Me.
What do you mean, like contour, double chins, all that good stuff?
Oh,
Neck
gotcha. I learned
wrinkles?
contour off of YouTube, and I'm like contouring all the time now.
Contour is amazing, and Zoom is a great place to start doing it because I'm telling you, the medium is so forgivable. It's a very forgivable medium. So let's see. I'm gonna take oh come on, an eyebrow brush. I can't live without this. My brows are so ungroomed right now. It's not even funny. I usually, and this is another great way to cut back on time when you're just wanting to get out the door and get to meetings and stuff. I usually have them waxed and dyed. I mean, I don't even really ever have to touch them except brush them. So I'm going to quickly use this pencil from Senna. This is called the Light Blonde Brow Styling Pencil. I like this one because it's almost like a chalk. It's hard to describe, but it's really easy to use. So it's not like one of those precision pencils where, you know, each line is going to kind of make a deal. You can kind of go a little heavier and quicker with this guy. And I'm just kind of giving just a little basic shape. I'm not going crazy because I mean, just look at that difference right there. And you're not seeing like such crazy detail like eyeshadow hairs. You just don't need to do that for Zoom, you know?
Now, question for you. You use a pencil. I used to use a pencil. I actually use an eyeshadow. What's the difference? What do you recommend? What do you like better?
And I use all mediums from precision pencils to gels to pomades to, you know, these chalkier pencils. And I use the powder, which I love. I love the powder professionally. I've really never done it for myself because I guess I'm kind of lazy. I guess I have when I've done like a big makeup and I really need to define. It's just that you then need to get an extra tool out and then just spend a little more time kind of fluffing it in. But there's nothing wrong. Whatever you want to do, whatever you're used to. This is just a quick and easy way to, you know, get my brow on. Because I'm, like I said, I'm really not used to even needing to do my brows because I kind of already have them done.
Linda's asking, I've heard over 50 don't use powder. What do you think about that?
I agree to a lot of extent, depending on your skin type. You know, African American skin, you know, types, more melanated skin types will have more moisture. Asian, you know, which is just so wonderful. Whereas like more Caucasian, you know, fairer skin types like myself, we tend to be drier. So yeah, I agree. I'm not a huge powder person. I'm all about the glow. But if you tend to have more moisture and you tend to be like maybe on the little bit more of the oilier side, then I do suggest it like, you know, around that zone. Under the eye, only if I really am not a big fan. I dust it just to set what I've done. You just want to dust with powder. That's my opinion, especially over 50. We want glow, we want moisture, we want youth, we want radiance, you know?
Absolutely. And Linda, thank you so much. She commented, Alina, your skin looks like velvet tonight. Well, you know what? I've been hosting Ask a Pro with Melanie Mills, and all her pros, including Melanie Mills, have taught me so much about makeup that this is what you get. And I'm actually, Andrew had a really great episode that we did with sculpting, and he used a finisher setting spray. So I went out and I bought one, and I'm using a finishing spray right now. And
Which
it's a
one?
really good one. Yeah, it's actually the cheapy brand, because I was at Target, and it's Elf. So there you go.
Okay, yeah, Elf's a great line. Pixie Beauty has a lot of good stuff. Makeup Geek, again, you know, I'm not super familiar with that stuff, but it's like I do know that they've got some rave reviews. I do. Pixie, I like Pixie a lot. But Elf has some great products too. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna kind of brush out what I just did. And then this color, man, because I'm so outdated. So it's too blonde, I think, for me. So this is another great product, guys, that you could do on its own as well. This is also from Senna. She's famous for doing, Barbara Streisand's makeup and many others. She's had her line Senna for like 50 years, and she's just amazing. And she's the eyebrow queen. So I really love her eyebrow stuff. This is golden brown brow fix. Hello, sorry. This comes off on a little spoolie. It's got little fibers in it, so it will help you like bushy up your brows if you need it. A lot of us blondes tend to need that. If you have gray hair, you know, when you get lighter, you kind of need to add a little more brow usually. And I just literally pop this on. I just brush it right over. I would have like used my brush, but I'm trying to do it like as if, you know, we're all at home just with the bare minimum. But you see how that kind of just deepened it a little bit. But sometimes I will literally use just this product because it's brown. It's got color and pigment to it. These ones also have a tiny touch of shimmer to them, which are kind of fun. Like you don't even really see it. It just does a little fun thing on the camera. So that is a cool, easy product. And that was a really good, quick way of doing your brows. I think like the main things you want to focus on, and depending on how much time you want to spend, is first hydration and moisture. I'm a little off. And then evening out your skin tone. And then I think you should have a good brow, unless you have glasses that are so big that it pretty much covers them, you know, then screw it. Why? You know what I mean? But I'm just kind of going through it all for you guys. Okay, so then the next, you know, important, so I could show you guys how to go further with your foundation, but I don't think you really need it for a Zoom meeting. So I use concealers because they're a little more powerful and they take a little bit further, but you could do the same thing with foundation too. I often will, when I use liquid foundation, so say I have these two guys, I'll pump one of each into my hand, little pump, with like a equal size dollop of whichever shade gleam I feel like going with. I often switch between Opalescence, which is a sheer glowy kind of clear one, or the Peach Deluxe, or Disco Gold sometimes, which is real shimmery, because especially on camera, you just look more radiant basically. And so, yeah, and then this is the Charlotte Tilbury powder, which it's this magic powder. And I got to say, it's pretty cool. It does even out the skin. I have brushes as well. I'm going to take this MM03, which is like a bronzer brush. It's just a loose powder brush. You can use this for blushes and loose powders and pressed powders and all sorts of things, highlighters. And before I set though, I'm going to make sure that I'm smooth, because if you're not, you're going to lock in what's not smooth. So it's a good idea to always just like, you know, very lightly put your hand under your eye, or like a sponge. Okay. And then I just kind of lightly powder, and then I go like around the nose, and then I just kind of fluff it. That's it. And I'm not putting much on at all. Same thing on this side. I'm going to just like make sure I'm smooth. And then just kind of barely, and then I kind of go there and like so lightly, and then I put more pressure around my nose, because this is where I want more powder, because I tend to get a little oily right there and around like my mouth, because blowing your nose, you know, maybe you had your mask on earlier. And then I just kind of finish off with just a little bit. And if I had like my chest out, I do everything the same to my face that I would to my chest, except I add a little more glow to my chest. Okay.
We have Tisha asking another question. What about mascaras that have conditioners in them versus taking the extra step with separate conditioner? She uses Tarte Amazonian Clay. Ooh, like that brand. Any thoughts on that?
Well, I always steer clear from the mascaras that are moisturizing because I don't want them to bleed. Like that drives me nuts when I start to have like the mascara rings underneath your eye. And so I think that's my opinion on the moisturizing ones. That's why I tend to go with like the waterproof and just ones that I know that kind of like lock on. But like Josie Mayron, man, I love her argan oil mascara, but it just really by the end of the day is all over the place. But I did love the way that that feels. Honestly, you guys, mascara is such a personal thing. It's on your eyelashes next to your eyeball, and everybody has a different reaction to, you know, what's on their lashes. And so some people are more sensitive. Some people, you know, there's just, you just kind of need to try a whole bunch of different ones. It's really worth it, because when you find the one that you love and it really works, like mascara is such a key essential to your makeup and to popping, especially on a Zoom or in life. It just, the other thing is when I usually get my brows done, I usually get my eyelashes dyed black, which is so amazing. So if you're going on a vacation one day, and you're like in a pool or the ocean, like those, that's so cool, because, you know, you don't have to even then worry about the mascara in the water. So that's a good one. The only bummer thing about that is it lasts only about a week. And you still need the mascara to thicken and lengthen and all of that good stuff. Okay, so I'm taking this like matte bronzer. It's from a company called Nakari. They are a Mexican company, actually, Mexico City. And I was doing a trade show there and I got introduced to this line, and I love their bronzers. They just have such beautiful textures and coloring. This shade happens to be called Mirage. And so I'm taking my MMO3 brush, same brush, and I'll often use the same brush like that through my makeup, so I don't have to, especially when traveling, carry too many brushes. And I'm kind of with the bronzer going to go under the cheek right there and at the jaw. So this is a great way to sculpt and contour. You can kind of see the difference already. And I kind of start off a little on the lighter side because this one is pigmented. So you can see where I concentrate it, like where I want to really slim. Let's just erase it all. But this helps by doing it along these like jaw lines. It's helping to define those lines. But yeah, I will concentrate like where I want to slim, but then I'll kind of like dust it around, and I kind of go around the mouth, down the nose. You just kind of want to get it all over the place. I mean, but you want to concentrate it in those zones, and then we're going to come back. But so you want to do the bronzer under the cheekbone and the blush a little bit more on top.
Now, what's the difference between a bronzer and the sticks that you can use, like the foundation sticks with the darker shade?
Just the application. You're gonna not powder, and then before you do powder, you're gonna tap on your anything cream, your cream eyeshadows, your cream bronzer, your cream, you know, anything creamy. You want to get into that process before you set it with a little bit of powder. I'm taking just a clean, this is another great trick for just like blending, using a clean brush to go back and just really buff out. This is my MMO2. It's a round powdered dome brush. They're all synthetic, vegan, and cruelty free, and they're so soft. And this guy, they're affordable. Like my most expensive one's $19.99. So I'm going to take this and I'm just going to kind of buff so that way, you know, it's a little more natural looking. And then I'm going to take the same, I'm going to take the same brush. Sometimes I'll have a towel by me or a tissue, and I'll just kind of wipe it off quickly. This is the same one that I used for powder, and then my bronzer. And then now I'm going into this Too Faced blush, and I'm just going over the whole palette And then I'm just hitting kind of the apple and up. And I like to go, another trick is to kind of go up and around the eye when you're doing all this stuff. And then again, like, so you concentrate it and then you just kind of like fluff it down. And then honestly, okay, let's talk about wanting to get out the door even faster and not wanting to worry about eyeshadow. You can just literally take the same brush with the same concoction and just give yourself a nice little bit of color, and you're kind of, you know, it's just like bringing out your features. It's bringing you more to life, and it's easy. I am going to dip in to the Melanie Mills. I have, these are shimmering loose powders. Where's the one I want? This is the rose gold shade. I love this shade. I love to just like dust it all over, especially like my chest, if my chest is out, but I'm just going to kind of hit the tops. This is a shimmering loose powder that just gives a little bit more of this veil, this blur, more youthful radiance with like a really just pretty color. And it's, oh, I wanted to show you the color. It's just a really, it's called rose gold. And you can concentrate it if you want to be put on more powerful. So then at this stage, like, do you guys want to see me throw on like a little more eyeshadow, like what I would do for that?
Yes.
Or, okay.
I'm a big eyeshadow fan, first of all. And also I wanted to ask you, because I've gotten into highlighters. I don't know about you ladies, but I love highlighters. What are the areas that you want to highlight? I want to know if I'm doing it right.
Okay, let me show you. So let me take this kind of, well, yeah, there's a peachy-ish highlighter in here, this kind of range right here. And you really just want to get like up, right? Because you want to bring your face up. So anything that's going to lift. You do want to just hit the nose, tops of brows. Mind you, this is because this is a Zoom. If I was like going to be meeting in person, I'd be using eyeshadow brushes because, you know, you just want a little more precision. But you could also do your eyes first and then your eyebrows and then knock it out of them. So there's a lot of like hacks to getting glam, you know, while still and looking good, but being able to do it quick. Okay, so now I'm taking, so yeah, so here, nose, points, like kind of like right here, chin, if you want to spend the time to like highlight your upper lip. There's a cream stick, like Bobbi Brown has a really good one. It's like a champagne shimmer cream stick, highlighting stick. And you can, that's where you can kind of get the tops of your bow to like kind of lift that too. Okay, so I'm taking this palette. This has kind of been my go-to. It's easy for me, but it's going to still give me some drama. So I'm taking a Senna Feather 15 brush, and I'm going to just start off with like this peachy shade right here. And go into the crease.
Erin says, I have the Gleam Face and Body in my Amazon cart. Advice for the shade, I'm very fair. Any color, take it from me, because I actually, sorry, my dog is barking, but I actually, what was it? The Disco Gold, was it, that we did as an Ask a Pro session, and I put it on. And I mean, my skin is super fair, but any
color you did
that
bronze gold.
has,
you did bronze gold.
Bronze gold. There, okay, yeah, bronze gold. So any color that Melanie has, bronze gold, I was like afraid to use because it was so dark. But then I put it on, and I kept on putting it on because it's so forgivable, and you can pile it on and on and on until you know that, okay, this is the color you want. And if you go into Ask a Pro, one of the episodes, you'll see I have a little suntan going on. So it's really
cool.
So
it really, like, exactly, Alina, you're hired, man. No, but basically it just depends on the finish you want. So like I use Peach Deluxe today because it's a skin finisher shade for me. So if you want to skin perfect, choose the shade closest to your skin tone. If you want to brighten, choose a shade lighter than your skin tone. If you are fair and you want to kiss a color, go for the rose gold. If you have more melanin in your tone, but you still want a little more kiss of color and a little more bronzelicious, go for the bronze gold. If you're fair and you want an instant tan, you can go with the bronze gold or the deep gold. And then if you're darker complected, go for the darker shade that matches to Skin Perfect. So the idea is just basically pick the shade closest to your tone to Skin Perfect, one shade under to brighten, one shade darker to either add a kiss of color, or you can go a little more deeper and add a tan. It's a moisturizer, so you just work it in and it just melts into the skin, kind of like how you saw on my arm. I actually just use a little bit. When I want a little more color and coverage, I'll use more product as well. But wait, what was the question? Because I don't feel like I finished that 100%.
Let me see. What shade should she go for?
Oh yeah. So so you're fair. So what do you want? Like, basically, do you just want to brighten and glow? Do you want to even out your skin? Do you want to add a kiss of color? That's what I need to know. And ladies, by the way, you can DM me on or even ask these questions on Facebook, but I'm best with DM with Instagram. And you can DM me a picture of you, or you can even on info@melaniemillshollywood.com email me a picture and tell me like the end result you're looking for, and I'll help shade match you. As well as on my website, there's a tab in the menu bar that says before and after shots, and there's 6 skin tones there, and each of the 6 skin tones are wearing all 6 shades. So you get to see them with nothing on, and then what their skin looks like, you know, all the way across. So it's pretty cool. I just did mascara on this side because before I wanted to get into the eyeshadow on this side, I wanted to show you that even just simply, I don't have mascara yet here, but I've got the eyeshadow. But even just simply putting the mascara on, you know, helps a lot. So I just wanted to show that in case there were a few that didn't want to do eyeshadow. So I'm going back to this like peachy shade, and I'm just getting into that crease. If you have hooded eyes, or you don't have a lot of like real estate where you don't have a crease or like the lid, then just like use the shade all over the lid and up above, you know, like the crease line, just so that you see it a little above. And then that's how you know, get the color payoff and still achieve pretty eyeshadow if you happen to have like a hooded eye. So that's that. And then I'm going to do a little cream champagne color, same brush. I just kind of flipped it over, and I'm going to hit my lid, because for this look, I'm not going for anything sexy and smoky and dramatic. I'm just going to like brighten, lift, and pop. And also I want to be fast, because most Zoom meetings, we're not like wanting to spend an hour to get ready. And again, disclaimer, if I was to do this before, it would take me 10 minutes probably. Okay, so now I'm going to take like a smudger brush. It's like a little pencil kind of smudger. And I'm going to go for this darker shade right here. And because I already have concealer on, I want to be really careful. So I'm going to really pack in the product and really like tap off the brush. And I'm just going to go under the eye quickly. This is you can do this with, of course, regular eyeliner, but I'm going for a little bit of a softer look. But you see how that just made my eyes bigger. Okay. And I'm going to take some of the same color and just hit the top of my lash line. I think that working with shadows is really easy, as long as you have like the right makeup brush to apply it. You can just get through it really quick. And now you have like a pretty kind of smoky liner that's really popping your eye and showcasing it for that zoom camera. If you're not good with eyeshadow and you tend to get a lot of fallout, then do your eyes first and then your face.
What happens if you have your face done, you do the eyeshadow, and you've got the fallout? What do you do to clean out the fallout?
It sucks. It's annoying. I mean, but you can take powder on like a really loose brush, like a fan brush. I know I have 1,000 of them, you know, something kind of like this idea. And then you put loose powder on it and you really buff and try to like, you don't want to push hard. You want to like really fast to try to like lift it and fly it. Other than that, you're going to have to take a Q-tip and kind of get it off and then reapply your concealer and all that stuff, which is, you know, counterproductive. So if you're going to do it the way I did it, just really tap out your brushes. And then, yeah, now I'm just going to finish putting lashes on the other eye. Well, I mean, if to show you how I could go even further, if you want, I am going to take like a Marc Jacobs. This is a really pretty color. It's called, I think it's called Brownie. Yeah, Brownie. And it's you know, it's one of those crayons that you don't need a pencil for. And I'm just going to line the insides of my eyes. I'm kind of red rimmed right now and red eyed because I was in the jacuzzi earlier. And another way, if you don't, okay, I'll show you the difference between two here. Actually, I need to warm this up on my hand. And because I can't see, I have to put my mirror up on the stand. So sorry, guys. And I'm holding it down my eye.
Now that's the waterline that you're doing.
So this is gonna, and it's a brown, so it's gonna be softer, and it's just smoking me out a little bit more, giving it a little more drama, which in turn kind of just opens up your eye. So if you want to really open up your eye and you have, oh man, I'm gonna have to dig for it. If you have red eyes in the morning, every time I get out of the shower, I have like red eyes for like an hour. It's just this thing, I guess it's the water and the soap or whatever. And so if I have to get on semi soon, or I want to brighten up, or you just have tired eyes or allergy eyes or any of that stuff, there are nude eye pencils. One that I love is called Swanley from Kat Von D, and it's like a creamy, yummy pencil that goes on so easy. And so it's a nude shade, and it just is such a nice pop. And I'm sorry I don't have it in front of me. I wasn't prepared for that one, but that's a good one to have to like really brighten up your eyes or get rid of the red as well.
And what about white eyeliners that I've seen before? I really don't use them, but what do they do?
White eyeliner is just very 80s, 90s. You know, that's just what we did back then. There just really wasn't nude liners yet then, you know. And so, you know, that's just what everybody used to kind of pop and brighten. Nowadays, that's considered more of like an editorial look, like it's like a look that you're actually really going for kind of thing. The white really stands out and looks a little cheesy. It doesn't look natural. It's more of like a look, you know what I mean? But yeah, we did it. I mean, I remember, you know, the pencils being so bad that we had to light them, you know, with a lighter.
Oh God, I remember my mom doing that. That's wild. Yeah.
Yeah, to like get it all kind of like going so that you could really like line your eyes with it and stuff. Makeup's come such a far way, guys. Makeup has made like really, it's really so easy. There's so many products now that make it so easy for you to do your makeup pretty quickly. And it's just a matter of doing it. Like for people that are just intimidated or they got like into a rut. I mean, I know for COVID, like I am really in a rut compared to how I usually get myself together. So, you know, I don't know where I was going with that. You know, I'm just in a rut. But yeah, if you just need to freshen up your game, that's what I was saying. Then, you know, I just say sit down and just do it. You do it a couple times, and then you're like, okay, yeah, I feel better. I look better. You know what I mean? So now and you know, these Zoom meetings can get recorded. These Zoom meetings get recorded and can be for life too. You know.
They can't. No, they absolutely can be. We're actually recording now, and we'll be on to YouTube. So, hey. But no, I think that makeup really just makes you feel better. I remember that when we first went into the lockdown, and I was wearing, you know, my hair in a bun when it was longer, no makeup for like 3 weeks, and then I started doing Instagram Live, and I was like going into hair and makeup 3 days a week because I was doing Instagram Live 3 days a week, and I felt like a person. It was just like so.
Yeah.
I was excited to put on makeup and go out there and do it, and I don't know, makeup makes me happy. That's what I
Yeah,
can say.
it usually does. Like it can be like kind of like, oh God, but really it does. It does. It makes you feel better. It does. You look better, you feel better. It makes you feel at home like you're doing something too. I mean, this whole thing is getting kind of hard, where you're just constantly in the same room and the same this. And I mean, of course, I mean, I get out, I do errands. I'm in California. We just opened up outdoor dining. I couldn't be more excited to go have Mexican food the other night, but that's the big whoop. I mean, so yeah, doing like a skincare, a facial, another thing I love is the steamer. I get mine from Vanity Planet, and it's like an at-home facial steamer, and I just love steaming with that thing. And then I have um their brush, their brush in the shower that spins, that spins for washing your face. I do that, and then I do a mask, and then I do a night. That feels really good. Like, take the little extra mile sometimes. Like, believe me, I don't do that every day, but when I do, I feel so much better.
We actually have a comment from somebody watching us on Facebook Live. Jenny says, I may not get dressed, but I do put on makeup. Definitely. Makeup
Yeah.
makes me feel good. And actually, we have Linda. She has a question. Do you put any color under your eyebrows?
Like a shadow or like concealer, you mean? Or remember, I had kind of dusted first with the
Yes, she
blush.
says yes, or a highlight. Well, highlight for sure over here.
You can, yeah, absolutely. It kind of depends on my mood. But yeah, of course that pops. That pops, having a highlighter kind of here and here, little dusting down the nose, the chin, and then of course the high zones.
I'm obsessed with highlighter. I'm actually wearing highlighter right now. I love it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And then my other biggest tip for like, especially a Zoom, is a bright lip, because, and even if you forgave all the others, everything, and you just had moisturizer on, at least throw a lip on, because again, it's just defining something. It's adding brightness. It's adding a bit of youth and definition. I'm not going to get into lining my lips. It's another thing, like with Zoom, again, forgiving. And this is a liquid lipstick from Jeffree Star. It's like a metallic hot pink. Now, this might not be your boat, but I do see a lovely lady with red lips on over here.
She's got a really nice red lip that matches her glasses. I love that.
And her necklace I'm seeing. I love it. But I mean, look at that. That just kind of brightened the day. I mean, it's a lot. It's up to you. It's up to your personality, how you feel like going, Zoom, especially with like the masks, this is about the only time that we get to show off our lips. So I say go. This is actually from my collection, which is on sale right now for $12. This is oh gosh, you guys, my own brand, Uncontrollable. And it's like a raspberry. So it's kind of just muting that pink just a touch. So I had that metallic pink underneath that was kind of bold and big. And then this is like a matte gloss and of a purple shade. And so this just kind of balanced out the color. And so there you go.
That's so nice and metallic. I love it.
So that was a quick and easy. Now, of course, you can take it to the next level and put lashes on if you feel like it. But that's which of course always helps. I mean, everything does, because lashes just make you look bigger. You're more pronounced. Everything's just, not you look bigger, but your features are showcased more.
Now, when you do lashes, do you do eyeliner, or you just let the lashes do the work and you don't really need eyeliner for that?
Here, you want me to throw them on for you?
Yeah, please.
So this is
that I can't do. I can't do my own eyelashes. I did it once, and my mom was super proud of me. But I just cannot do lashes.
Practice. And the new glues have gotten, just do it a couple times. The new glues have gotten so good that really they just really just kind of lay in there. So biggest tips for lashes. Now I have a nice curl to my lash already. I wasn't really planning on doing lashes, so I didn't curl them before mascara, but a great tip and trick to making sure your lashes are going to settle in comfortably and easily is definitely curl your lashes and then do your mascara. Make sure you have your mascara on. Now, I'm not going to do a liner because I put that brown shadow kind of close. And again, Zoom, guys, is forgiving. So you're not seeing like every little detail like you would if you were like being filmed with a camera or in person. So this is, oh, these are from Ardell. You can get these at, you know, everywhere. And this is called the Demi Wispy. And this is a really good eyelash that is going to add to your lash and give you drama, but it's not over the top and going to make you look silly either. Lashes can really go one way or the other. I love big lashes when a person can handle them and there's equal, you know, makeup to go with it, or they just kind of have this big eye shape and that wing. And I mean, it's just a thing. It's a mood, you know what I mean? But like, just to like really put on for us normal gals, you know, this Demi Wispy is a really good lash to buy. They're totally affordable. They're like $1.50 or $3.50 maybe. I don't know now, but they're affordable. There's another one called Wispy that is a little more, which I kind of like too. This one starts off, you know, shorter on the inside and kind of just wisps out on the end, whereas the Wispy is more of like an all over, you know, wisp. It doesn't kind of go smaller on the inside. So this is just easy. And okay, so this is like one of the newer glues I'm referring to. This is from Cami Nguyen, Nguyen. She has an online store. She also sells those beauty blenders that I was showing you. And she sells these for $6.99, whereas beauty blenders, I think, are like $19.99. And they're so soft. Okay, so then I'm trying to see. I know I have another one out to show you.
Karen says she
This
loves
one, there's
lashes,
another one
and
called
she
like
just
Anna Marty. Anna Marty is another eyelash adhesive. Kalos. Oh, here it is. You can get this one on Amazon. You might even be able to get these on Amazon. I'm not sure, but this Callus you can get on Amazon too. So you want to make sure that the lash is going to fit you. You're going to also take the lash off by pulling gently down, because if you rip it, right, you're going to disshape it. So you want to kind of lightly pull the lash off the casing. And then I like to get my tweezers in hand. I need to have a mirror that's close. And you put, I know these lashes fit me. What's great about these lashes too, compared to some of those other bigger guys, is like you have to cut off the ends because they have these ends that can poke. This is a really nice soft band. They probably call it something. It's like a silicone soft band. They're not really getting into it, but that's what the package looks like. And then I'm going to take this, and it comes off on a little thing just like that. So that's kind of nice compared to the old school Duo that you used to have to squirt. Duo, by the way, has these as well. And you can get these latex free if you want. Latex has never bothered me. I've come across some people that are allergic to latex. So if you wear eyelashes and you're using, I mean, and they're already kind of uncomfortable because you're not used to it. But if you're really rubbing at it, it could be the latex and the glue. Okay, so I just gave a real nice layer to the whole band. And like I said, this particular glue works much, much faster. And you always, if your eyelash is shorter on one side and longer on the other, you always want the shorter side to go on the inner eye, just FYI. And you just, okay, so what I do is I really like lean my head back, and then I just kind of do this whole eye thing so that I can give my eyelid as much space as possible, okay? So I go like that, and then I just literally lay it right into that well with the tweezer, and then you pick up the end and you lay it in, and then you pick up this end and you lay it in, and you're done.
Oh my God, that was so easy.
You know, so it's about the way that I know it's crazy, but it helps. It really does. And then I'll go back and then just kind of tug and make sure that it's on really good. And I'll really press in the ends. Another great tip to help make eyelashes comfortable is these fantastic latex sponges. And I'll kind of roll the lid down on top. There's like going to be some excess glue. And you can, especially as we mature, you have a little more loose skin up there. And so this is actually a little bit of an eye lift, and you can even put a little bit more glue on so that when you settle your lash in, do that once you've gotten more expert with putting your lashes on. But once you kind of nail it, have a little extra of your glue that kind of pops out, and then you just roll the skin down on top of that lash line. So what that does is it helps kind of hide the lash line. It makes it kind of more locked. And then also I like to go like this. Oh, am I lifting? There's no, oh, you know why? Because I have glue on my hand and I just pulled it off myself. Anyways, then I'll take the latex sponge and I'll push it up. And that just kind of helps to like really lock it in and push it up. And it just helps to feel real comfortable. So I guess my biggest advice for those of you that are like, oh my God, lashes are so hard. Sit down, do it a few times, and try to do it quickly and really work on the way that you're, holding your face and kind of like giving yourself as much eye space with obviously still being able to see. So here, I'm going to go ahead and do one more. I'm just really cozy.
Jenny just asked, how much glue do you put on? So Melanie's actually demonstrating it right now. And she loves your sponge trick.
Yeah, it's a good one. It just really helps to like push those lashes kind of in and on. And it just feels comfortable, and because you don't want to get in there, oh, I usually have it on my tweezers, but I have to tell you, the longest time I would put my own false lashes on with my fingers. And I even have longer nails and stuff at the time too. And I'm like struggling, and it honestly took me watching some of these like younger YouTube girls. The tweezer and the eyelash, tool really makes a huge difference in being able to like pop it in. So again, I'm just kind of like looking down. I get the middle first, and then I lift the other sides into place, because I kind of have to lift them up and over the lash sometimes a little bit and just really press it into that well. And there you go. Did I cover myself while doing that?
No.
Oh, okay,
you're
good.
great.
I've done these sometimes where I've got the mirror right in front. So yeah, don't intimidate yourself. And at the end of the day, honestly, lashes make such a flippin' difference. I mean, it's like so much drama, and I'm featured better, and you just look great. You feel great. You're gonna like shine up your Zoom meeting. And then
I love wearing lashes because my eyes just totally pop. I have to practice more because I run to my mom all the time. She's wears those lashes daily, so she's just like with the tweezers, boom, boom, done, and I'm just like, help.
well, I will say that the lash glues have really improved, and like I said, like before they used to be very wet, and so they're like slipping all over, and then they kind of like drizzle in your eye, and then you get like irritated, like you don't with this. So yeah, the glues have gotten better. The lashes themselves have gotten better. There's so much variety. But with that being said, like be careful, because I do think that over the top lashes can also seriously ruin a look and make you look silly or older as well. And we don't want that.
Yeah. Do we have any other questions for Melanie while she's here? This was fantastic. I mean, you look gorgeous. Okay, somebody
Thank you.
has a question. What was the glue that you used again? Jenny's asking, and she's on Facebook Live with us.
Callus, Callus. Oh, here.
Yeah.
I don't think latex free clear callus eyelash adhesive. I know you can get this on Amazon. This is Anna Marty, who also has really, but they're more on the bigger, more dramatic side lashes. And I love her lashes and I love this, but I don't recommend that if you're not. Don't do big lashes if you're not used to doing lashes. This is the Cami Nugan one, and there's a lot out there like this, but I really like this one because you have the dark and the light. So if I have a real smoky dark look or like that real black cat liner, you want to do the black because it just kind of like eases in. Now I used to never recommend black for like amateurs, or non-professionals, because you could get it on, somewhere, and then you've got the latex, you got to let it dry and then peel it. It's a pain. But these again are so precision. They've got the cute little brush and then they dry so fast. They really do.
Love that. And Gia says, Melanie has such a wonderful laugh. Yes, she does. This was so much fun too.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And then, if I didn't have to read in the Zoom meeting, I'd stay like this, but I do have to wear glasses. But look, you can still see, that I'm stylized, that I've put some effort in.
No, absolutely. And that's the thing. It's like I have to wear glasses because I'm reading, and it's just trying to get your eyes to pop while you're wearing glasses. And I've been through so many glasses. I kind of like these better. I had weird ones before, they were really big. But no, I love yours. Those are great.
Thank you. I just love big glasses. Although COVID, the mask has made them, I have to go get they're like falling off of me, but I do love them. And it sucks because they, discontinued them, of course.
Oh yeah. Well, no, my accessory has been glasses. So if you've seen me through at different videos, I'm always wearing different glasses.
I do see that. And I love that.
Everybody loved my clear ones for some reason. And I do like those. I just couldn't find them today, but I do like the clear ones because you can actually see my eyes.
And bigger's good too, because if you're gonna wear makeup, then you can you can see it through too. So there's so many pieces of what I taught you guys today that you can pick and pull from. You don't have to do it all. Do what you're comfortable with, do what you have time with, but do something.
Absolutely. And if you want to watch more of Melanie and anyone else, then join Melanie Mills Hollywood Beauty Secrets. It's a Facebook group. And every Friday I'm on at 5:30 Pacific, 8:30 Eastern with a pro. Usually it's Melanie or somebody else. This Friday I'm on with Kiani, and we're going to be doing the perfect eyeliner. So the cat eyeliner, that's a really good one because I really want to know how to do eyeliner. I'm loving doing these videos every Friday because I'm learning something new, and I hope you guys join. And then shop Melanie Mills at melaniemillshollywood.com for all of her Gleam products. They are amazing. I have them, I use them, and they're fabulous.
And I'm available. I have a setting spray as well, guys, that is amazing. So when you do your makeup, all you have to do is give it a little set, and other than your lips, it really locks you in all day, which is pretty cool. It's not sticky, it's a dry aerosol, and it's really nice. So that's another kind of fun, cool thing. Also, I am available for one-on-one consultations, Zoom consultations, if you want me to help walk you through you doing your makeup, and getting into more like one-on-one stuff.
And you also have classes coming up, right?
I do. And I have another one coming up on Wednesday. I was just about ready to get that to you. Wednesday, I want to say it's like the 10th. What is that? It's not this Wednesday, it's next. I think that's the 10th, isn't it? 10, 11.
Next Wednesday.
Anyways, we're going to post it. We're going to post it.
I'll post it, and you'll see them if you're a part of the Facebook group on Ladies Take the Lead. I'll be posting it in there as well, so you won't miss it. Absolutely.
Yeah, and if you're ever, like I said, concerned about a shade or a color, just info@melaniemillshollywood.com. I'll be more than happy. Send me a pic and what you're looking for, and I'll be more than happy. I also, by the way, offer this cool little kit, which is called the Sexy Sampler. And it is it's a sample, it's a healthy sample size of all of the gleam shades. And there's more than enough to like do your arms, your chest, and your face, or even like both your legs. Not all, but you could choose between the top half or the bottom half, or you can just like test it out. And this is really great because each shade looks awesome in every skin tone. It just depends on kind of what you want. That's only 15 bucks.
So there you go. And we've got Jenny from Facebook Live going, yes, OMG, joining this group. And you should too. It's fabulous.
Yay.
Love that. Thank you so much. If we don't have any questions, I think Melanie's been amazing and answered everything. You can definitely follow Melanie Mills at melaniemills.com. Your Instagram, please.
My Instagram is Melanie Mills Hollywood underscore gleam. That's the, gleamy Hollywood one. And then I have Melanie Mills MUA, which is more my personal. So on the feed, it's really professional on my work, but the stories are personal. And then I have Kittens Kitchen _, which is my husband and I in the kitchen and that kind of stuff, which is fun.
Absolutely. And if you're watching on YouTube, all of the information is in the comments with all the links. So there you have it. And definitely subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the notification bell to get notified with all of our upcoming episodes. And we will be going ahead and doing Ask a Pro for Melanie Mills on our YouTube as well. So you'll be seeing a lot of that too. Thank you so much.
Alina, thank you. Thank you so much. And ladies, thank you for joining and sticking in there and asking all your questions. And you guys were awesome. And I just can't thank you enough.
All right. Take care, ladies. Have a good one. Good night.
Bye.